Hi, my name is David Campt, and I'm one of the people pushing the Listening to Trump's America campaign. Here's a quickie overview of how it works. There's an interview guide that takes about 15 to 20 minutes, we think, with folks. It basically allows somebody who thinks of themselves as an empathetic listener to just be in a stance of listening to somebody who supports Donald Trump. The idea is to choose people of the same racial group but a different ideology, and they're just in a stance of listening. The point of the project is to try to get information about two issues. First, what's the nature of Trumpism and Trump support, and what's the role of race within that? And second, what happens when people who think of themselves as empathetic listeners really try to do some deep listening, not in the stance of rebuttal, not in the stance of countering, not in the stance of rejection, but in the stance of listening. What happens with them, and what do they learn? That's the goal of the project. And so the point of this is to push out some materials by, let's say, early October, but the materials need to be tested with a couple of times where people are actually doing that. It might mean finding a friend of a friend who's a Trump supporter. It might mean rolling up to people at a setting in which Trump supporters are likely to be and they're not in a hurry, and just inviting them to sit down and have a short conversation. So there's the interview instrument, there's a debrief instrument, a survey instrument that talks about both what they said and how you as a listener felt. And the goal is that would take about maybe 15 minutes to fill out. And the goal is after that's turned in, then there's a session with me and or other people who did this to talk about what that experience was and to shed some more light on what happened. My hope is that whoever sends this to you, who's supporting me, can motivate you to decide to do it. It has been difficult for me to find white folks who will do this. Like I said, I think same race is important. People say they'll do it, but it's difficult to get them to actually do it. So I'm real grateful that my friend is trying to get you to do it, is willing to do it themselves, and I'm hoping that you can find a little bit of time in the next little period to do this so that we can test these materials and kick them out to larger groups. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope to hear from you.